You want to start your fashion designing journey? Today we'll be talking about the tools you need and the equipment you need to have as a fashion designer. Welcome to my channel. My name is Esther. Let's get right into the video. In my last video, I talked about fashion designing. We defined fashion designing, we defined sewing, and we talked about if you want to sew for yourself, you want to sew for people, you want to get into you want to be a tailor and all of that. Why the things you should consider. We defined fashion designing, we defined sewing, we talked about the difference between sewing and fashion designer and how you can make a niche for yourself. You don't have to be a bespoke tailor and also a ready to wear. You can decide to do only ready to wear. You can decide to sell only fabric tools and maybe weave. Do you understand? We have people that only what they do is embroidery. We have only people that what they do is, it depends on what you want. So today we'll be talking about tools you need to have as a fashion designer or somebody who wants to go into fashion designing. Number one is tape rule. This is a tape rule. This is a tape measurement. As you can see in the video, you need this to measure yourself, your clients. For a fashion designing, this tool is very, very important. The second thing I'll be talking about is a scissors. For me, anytime I talk about scissors, I talk about two types of scissors. We talk about the fabric scissors. Sorry, I'll be bending to pick the items, and the one you use to cut on your fabric. We have a paper scissors and a fabric scissors. Why I talked about the paper scissors, as a fashion designer, I would advise everyone to know how to cut on paper, especially if you are just starting to learn how to draft on a pattern. This is a cloth that I already drafted, and in this cloth I drafted, why I advise drafting on a pattern before transferring to the fabric is if you make mistake, it's easier for you to correct your mistake on your pattern paper. It's easier for you to make corrections. It's easier for you to see it before you transfer to your fabric. So that's why I advise anybody who is starting new to learn how to draft on pattern. You should know these basic things. Yeah. The other thing I'm talking about is zip. I think these are basic things that we know, but as a fashion designer, I think you should know it. We have various sizes. This is a skirt zip. It's about how many inches? This is about 9 inches, but definitely what you are using in this should not be more than like 7, so that it will not be visible. The sides will not be visible. You're using about, but this is total of 9 inches. We also have a 24 inches zip. We also have 18 inches. We have various inches of zip. We have various inches. It depends. If you want to sew a very long dress, you can get various sizes of zip. This is a zip. This is a bias tape. This is a bias tape. Most of the thing you used to do to tape the neck of your dress. If you don't want to use the fabric, you can use this one. You can use a bias tape. We also have a hemming gum. This is used to, when you finish sewing your clothes, the hem of your clothes, like this place, or you can use it for various things. I'm just making an example. This hemming gum, you can use it when you don't want your thread to be visible on the clothes. You can just use it. You iron it. You iron it on your clothes, so the stitching line will not be visible. This will just it's like a gum. That's why it's called a hemming gum. You just gum on it and you used to iron. You might not necessarily need to stitch on it. We also have an elastic. This is the smaller size. We have various sizes of elastic. I think I have the bigger size too. This is the bigger size too. Elastic, we have various sizes. We have two colors. I know of white and black. Yeah. An office pin, you should definitely have this. This will help you to hold clothes together. I use more of this. Then we have various, we have the tailoring pin here. It has colors on its head. This is a tailoring chalk. You should definitely have this as a tailor. Yeah, you should also have a tracing wheel. This tracing wheel helps when you are drafting on your paper, and you finish drafting on your paper. Before you transfer to the fabric, you can use it to trace out what your design. You can use it to trace out on paper. That is what we use the tracing wheel for. This is a seam ripper. Like the name implies, when you make mistakes, maybe in your clothes, or you want to loosen a clothes, you just put it inside the tray, then pull it out. This is easier to help you rip your seam. Yeah, and I think we know thread. This is a thread. Every fashion designer should have this. You must like, okay, this before you can use. And this is a boning. We have two types of boning. We have sewable boning and non-sewable. This one is a sewable boning because if you can sew on this, that is why it is called a sewable boning. And this one is, you must have known how to sew, and you must have advanced a lot before you know how to use this. Even as a beginner, you can know how to use this, but you must have advanced a bit before you can use this. We have the various type of fabric, but this is a crepe fabric. This is a crepe fabric. We have lycra, and this is a lining. Most of us know what we use lining for. Like when you finish making your clothes, you use to turn your clothes to the even side. That is what the lining is used for. To make, sometimes we use it to make the back of the clothes invisible. It doesn't have to be visible. And okay, and I said this is like a crepe. This is a crepe. We have various type of fabric. We'll be talking about the various type of fabric, but this one is a crepe fabric. If this is a tape, this is mostly used when you are drafting on pattern and you need to hold your paper together. A tape is very, very, very essential. In our next video, we'll be talking about how machine tools. We'll be talking about the shuttle, the bobbling, and all of that. If you have a question, please do well to ask, and do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and share my video. Thank you for watching. Bye.